If all my loquacious friends could be seated, we'll start the program. Good evening, everyone. My name is Howard Milstein. I'm chairman of the board of the American Skin Association. Along with my wife, Abby, we are co-chairing this evening's event with the Castles, John and Marianne. Marianne also serves on the board with me. John and Marianne, where are you? I want to particularly thank Marianne for adding her special touches and to all of the details here and making it such a special evening. We want to welcome you to our 20th anniversary gala benefiting the ASA. As you know, we are dedicated to eradicating skin disease primarily through raising funds for research and education. I'm proud to report that tonight has set a new record of about $650,000. A little more is still coming in. There's still time. So thanks to all of you. I want to thank all of you who made this possible, and a special thanks to our Chairman's Circle members, Beacon Capital, Ann and Donald Calder, Castle Harlan, Mr. and Mrs. David Mandelbaum, Doctors Jerome Meyer and Rosalind Milstein Meyer, New York Private Bank and Trust, Newmark Knight Frank, Pfizer Inc., Schering Plow Corporation, and Stiefel Laboratories. Let me give a round of applause to all of our major supporters. For more than a decade, tonight's Master of Ceremonies was president of the New York Medical College, where he successfully revitalized the school while ensuring its financial security. He's a frequent guest on radio and television, including 2020, CNN, and Good Morning America. Ladies and gentlemen, the president and CEO of Castle Connolly Media Medical Limited, Dr. John Connolly. John.
Your Grace, Dr. Hambrecht, distinguished honorees, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a great pleasure to be with you tonight on such a special occasion. And Howard, thank you for the kind introduction. To begin these festivities, I would like to offer a special thanks to our tribute chairs, Howard Milstein and John and Marianne Castle. Howard, as you know well, has not only been an immensely successful business leader, but he has been a committed mentor to the board of the American Skin Association. And he has brought his drive and his successful style to his role as chair. Now, John Castle, who's my business partner, I won't say a lot about now because I want to talk about Marianne. And she's a very special friend indeed. And Marianne has brought her grace and beauty and also her commitment to all that is good, to the important values that we share, to her work on behalf of this very special organization. Now, of course, we've all heard of the term and know it 1,000 points of light. Well, Marianne Castle has been that light for at least 1,000 wonderful parties in New York, Palm Beach, and elsewhere. And her guiding spirit changes a dinner to a celebration, and a celebration to a party, and a party to a wonderful occasion shared by all. And that is what she and Howard and John want you to do this evening, share. And let's begin by sharing our recognition of these wonderful people. Thank you so much. Now, tonight we'll also share in the recognition of our outstanding honorees. We'll share the respect and admiration we have for Dr. George Hambrecht. And we'll share and acknowledge the vital work of the American Skin Association. and especially will share each other's company in the wonderful evening about to unfold. It is my special pleasure tonight to recognize two distinguished guests who have joined us this evening. Our honorary chair, Her Grace, Duchess of Marlborough. Thank you so much, Grace. And Lord Charles Spencer Churchill. Lord Churchill, thank you. And thank you both for being part of this special evening. Now, our first two presenters are members of the ASA Board of Directors and served as last year's Gala chairs. Ladies and gentlemen, the President and CEO of Galderma LP, Humberto Antunes, and the Chairman, President, and CEO of Stifel Laboratories, Charles Stifel. Charles, Humberto, please come forward.
Good evening. Sorry to report that Charlie was not able to participate. I'm Humberto Antunes with Galderma. It's a pleasure to be here. As every year, it's a magnificent happening, and this one here is very special for the many reasons that you all know. And it's special for many reasons. 20th anniversary. It's special because of the milestone achievements that the American Skin Association continues to do. We are delighted to recognize one of our honorees for an achievement in preventive medicine to impact millions of lives. The American Skin Association, as you know, with its commitment to research, education, and advocacy, is entirely committed to people that share this goal. Every year in the United States, about 6.2 million people, they are exposed to the HPV virus, which is most common in young women and men who are in their late teens and early 20s. As a result, the American Cancer Society estimates that in 2006, over 9,700 women will be diagnosed with cervical cancer, and 3,700 women will die from this cancer in the US. The American Skin Association has pledged, as part of its mission, to raise awareness and educate the public, particularly in the arena of disease prevention. The introduction of the vaccine has both raised awareness about HPV and cervical cancer and offered an effective preventive measure. Tonight, we are pleased to recognize Merck and Company for the first to market the first viral vaccine to prevent cervical cancer, the vaccine Gardasil. Well done for you. The vaccine Gardasil protects against 4 HPV types, which together cause 70% of cervical cancers and 90% of genital warts. This is a tremendous advance in the prevention of this type of cancer. And we are very pleased to honor Merck and Company for this achievement and their significant contribution to preventive healthcare with the production of this vaccine. And as a recipient, I'd like to invite Ursham Atelasoy, the Executive Director for Worldwide Regulatory, to come and receive this. Ursham, good to see you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. As a dermatologist, first I want to congratulate the association. I want to particularly congratulate Dr. Hambrick on his birthday. Also, as one, I trained at Penn. I did a lot of skin cancer research, and I also want to congratulate Dr. Cripton, who's going to come up for her award. She's very well known to me. Real privilege to be here as well. But on behalf of our CEO, Mr. Dick Clark, and on behalf of Merck, I'm very privileged to accept your award, the Corporate Leadership Award, on behalf of our company. And it's a real privilege to be here. So thank you on behalf of the company for inviting us. I also want to extend our sincere congratulations to Dr. Doug Lowy for his pioneering work on HPV vaccine. He's being honored tonight as well. Clearly, the success of Gardasil is a direct result of his key seminal work. And without efforts and research such as Dr. Lowy's, such vaccines would not be possible. We are especially pleased and honored to be here tonight because, similar to your association, we have the same commitment to education, advocacy, and research that you have in the cancer field, and we're very, very pleased to join you in continuing to raise awareness in this important field, and also about raising awareness for skin disease. And since the launch of Gardasil, we are committed to bring various disciplines together, such as the policy, business, and science and communication of treating cancer. And we are rewarded as a company, and I'm sure also as dermatologists and physicians, every time a young woman receives a vaccine such as Gardasil that can prevent cervical cancer. So we are proud to be among you tonight, and on behalf of Merck, I'd like to thank you. Thank you again for this honor. Thanks.
Thank you both very much. And Dr. Tillisoy, you might be interested in knowing I just read in a publication, Marketing Media, which covers the pharmaceutical industry, that Merck was ranked as one of the top 2 firms by people in that field. So that's another thing to be proud of. Our next presenter, Dr. LaSalle D. LaFalle Jr., joins us from Washington, D.C., where he is a surgeon, oncologist, medical educator, and leader in professional and civic organizations. Most recently, he was a professor at Howard University College of Medicine and is also currently chairman of the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation and on the board of directors of the National Dialogue on Cancer. He also serves on the 3-person President's Cancer Panel, along with our next award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. LaSalle D. LaFalle Jr.
As someone who has worked closely with Dr. Margaret Cripton on the President's Cancer Panel for the last 4.5 years, I'm honored to be here to present this Lifetime Achievement Award to her. There are many attributes that Margaret has, but one that I find that's most appealing is her enthusiasm. An enthusiasm not tempered by cynicism and not dulled by frustration. Her commitment and enthusiasm remain forever verdant and fresh and young. On truly important occasions, Margaret speaks with a single-mindedness of purpose that almost always carries the day. Her words have reach because her commitments have depth. I think her real secret is that she makes us feel good about ourselves. Perhaps on occasions makes us feel that we are better than we actually are. But for whatever reason, what a wonderful glow she imparts to our lives. On the panel, we found her to be brilliant, engaged, and committed. Margaret has had great power. She's been president of several prestigious organizations, including the American Association for Cancer Research, chief academic officer, executive vice president at MD Anderson Cancer Center. But we know that power is ephemeral, and once vivid moments of stirring events and great deeds eventually fade, but the moral force of personal example inevitably endures. And the moral force of Margaret's personal example will inevitably endure. As we came in this evening, there was some beautiful music. One of my closest friends when I was in college was a great jazz musician, Julian Cannonball Adams. And he told me when you hear some music that's particularly beautiful, very often it's a grace note. That's something that is just at the end of the regular note that is being played at that particular moment. He said, a grace note is a note whose timing does not affect the rhythm of the bar. It is something that is just a little extra, a nicety. Margaret, for what you have done in basic research, for what you have done for patients, you have given so many people in their lives many grace notes. Our congratulations to you, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Margaret Cripton, for the Honorary Lifetime Achievement Award. for your remarks. The American Skin Association presents the 2007 Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Margaret Cripton, recognizing her pioneering understanding of the role ultraviolet radiation plays in the induction and growth of skin cancer and melanoma in creating the field of photoimmunology. Dedicated advocacy for women pursuing careers in science and medicine. In-depth mentoring for graduate students, scholars, and faculty in cancer biology and science. Productive membership on the President's Cancer Panel promoting healthy lifestyles nationally. And critical role in establishing the international recognition of
Thank you very much. What Dr. LaSalle didn't tell you is that he is known as the eloquent member of the President's Cancer Panel. Lance Armstrong is known as a famous member of the Cancer Panel, and I'm known as the belligerent member of the Cancer Panel. I want to thank you for this incredible honor tonight. I am so delighted. It came as a total surprise, which is always the best kind of an honor to receive. And I have to thank the American Skin Association for the work that they do, which is so important. I'm sure you all realize that funding for research at the moment is at an all-time low, and philanthropic funds to support research are incredibly important. And so I thank you all for the work that you do in terms of raising funds for skin research, which is, of course, one of my great passions. I would also like actually to thank the dermatology community. Although I'm an immunologist and a cancer researcher, the people who I've found most engaged in my work and most appreciative of my work are dermatologists. And I have learned so much from the dermatology community and the dermatologists who have worked with me. So I thank them. And I also thank my family who are here with me tonight. My husband of 32 years, whose long suffering has allowed me to have a fabulous career in science. And thank you very much.
Our final presenter is the chair of the ASA's Medical Advisory Committee. She is professor and chair of the Department of Dermatology at Boston University School of Medicine and Boston Medical Center, as well as the founding director of the BMC Laser Center. After receiving her medical degree from Harvard Medical School, she completed residencies in internal medicine and dermatology at Harvard-affiliated hospitals. Prior to her appointment as chair of the Department of Dermatology, she held academic appointments at Harvard Medical School and Tufts University School of Medicine. She has published extensively based on her pioneering work in skin aging and pigmentation. And she is listed in the book America's Top Doctors. And I'm delighted to add that everyone in the audience tonight will receive a copy when they leave. And by the way, that guide, which has helped many thousands of people throughout the nation find the best health care, was the inspiration of John K. Castle. So ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the land of the Boston Red Sox, and should I add also the New England Patriots,